Hello students, welcome to English coaching class. I'm an English teacher, Sri Ashikur Rahman. And students, I'll start the same. Dost na raha. The friendship is not in the same way or the same channel, same path. The friendship has changed. We have got a different term over here for the friendship. Okay, so the same idea that I have shared in the introductory classes, introductory class that I have taken last, and that I have made it usual of giving the same introduction class separate, then the line-wise explanation. Then I go for last conclusion where all the ideas will be summed up in one single class. Okay, so you have seen students in the rat trap chapter when I was teaching line-wise explanation. It was little bit lengthy, means only 6 to 7 pages, but I have taken 6 videos I have made it for that chapter. So you can understand this chapter is not a small one. It is carrying me about 30 pages. Okay, 25 or near about 30 pages. So you can understand how much time we need to cover up this chapter. Okay, but I'll try my level best to give you in the only 6 or 7 maximum. I won't stage 10 or more than that. Okay, so have patience. Let's come to the line-wise explanation of the chapter, The Enemy, and introductory idea, theme, settings, characters, and the introduction information, where the scene starts. Everything I have shared in the introductory class of last class, introduction class. Okay, so if you want to see the pre-informations, see the previous video that I have uploaded yesterday. Okay, and today you can see the session, what is happening really in the part of enemy. Who is enemy? What enemy is? What I said it. Those na raha. The time is changing. Who was the friend and has now turned to enemy. Okay, so with this idea, students, we are going to come for the new chapter, that is enemy. Okay, so ritual of going for the explanation of the line. Just a ritual is there. Just I have to tell the new users to subscribe and to go for like the video. Okay, and don't forget to press bell icon. So just I'm sharing that part. Students, let's start the chapter. Here's the chapter in front of you. Look at. Yeah, you can see on the first page of your screen. Okay, very opening page of your screen, where there's a symbol of a boat, and this name under it is chapter number 4 of your textbook Vistas. Okay, of your textbook Vistas, and this chapter is included in your syllabus. Included in your syllabus means for COVID-19 there is a change in the syllabus. 30% syllabus has been reduced, and this chapter, The Enemy, is there in your syllabus. Don't worry, and it's a lengthy chapter. It will help you out. But the enemy, the Tiger King that I have taught you, there is a video available. But this chapter is removed by the CBSE. Okay, so don't worry. So the Enemy, written by Pearl S. Burke. I have shared about her the information about the writer in the introductory class. See, those are the this chapter is what we can say. Really, we are not seeing the title. You will be thinking that really we are going to read about the enemy, how the enemy is, how to fight with the enemy, how to struggle with the enemy. Here, the title will be fulfilled at the end when the chapter comes to an end. But when the beginning is there, how this title shoots is a question mark. And when you go in more details, you can get it more clear idea. Okay, so just before you read, it is the time of World War. An American prisoner of war is washed ashore in a dying state. Okay, he is washed ashore, is in the shore in a dying state, and is found at the doorstep of a Japanese doctor. Who is a Japanese doctor, students? I hope you remember the characters. Who is the Japanese doctor? Name of the doctor? Will you be able to write it in the chat box? The doctor name is? The main character, the first character, the doctor name is? Students, you can write it down, the doctor name. I hope you remember. I hope you remember, the students. You write it down, the doctor name, in the chat box. Let me see. Do you remember the doctor name? Yes, quick. Be quick enough to answer. The doctor name, important character I have shared with you, two important characters first, then followingly. Who is the very first important character? That is the doctor. What's the doctor full name? Quick, anyone? Write it down in the chat box. Let me see. Yeah, I have someone has written good evening. Yeah, good evening, students. But I need the answer. Yeah, anyone can write it down. Yeah, someone has written. Let me see. Sadao. Yeah, Dr. Sadao Hoki. 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 It's a Dr. Sadao Hoki, the name of the doctor. So here, and the second related to doctor, the second important character I have shared you. That is the wife of Dr. Sadao. Wife of Dr. Sadao. Okay, as in the rat trap, I'm just connecting to the rat trap. As in the rat trap, the character was important, Edla. As she behaved it, as she has done her work in the chapter, similarly, the character connecting to Dr. Sadao, the wife character is also important. How being a common citizen, common man, common human being, how she is helping a patient. See, doctors and nurse, they can work with the patient for long hours because they know how to deal with the situation. But a common man cannot. Common man cannot. Let's see what happens in details. So Dr. Sadao Hoki house was built on a spot of Japanese coast where as a little boy he had often played. See, this is about his childhood day. Introduction starts, you might have seen in the movie, when the chapter starts with action and sometime the early days of the protagonist life. Similar way, this is the early days of protagonist life. What is that? Dr. Sadao house was built on spot of Japanese. Where is he living? It's in a Japanese coast. Whereas a little boy, he had often played, he had spent his time playing there in that place. The low square stone house was set up on rocks. Just underline it. The structure, how the house was built, where is it actually? Okay. So the low square stone house was set up on rocks well above a narrow beach that was outlined with bent pine tree. Okay, so in the beach area we get coconut tree in our area. So there it was a what we can say pine trees is available. So as a boy, Sadao had climbed the pines during his childhood day. He has learned how to climb those pines. Okay, supporting himself on his bare feet. Okay, supporting himself in a bare feet, as he had seen men do in South Sea. As men do in South Sea, similarly, he even tried to climb on the pine trees. Okay. His father, so when they climbed for coconuts. So as I said, you might have seen in the coconut, people collect the coconut like monkeys climbing the tree. So they are fixed to the coconut tree. Similar way, he had learned to climb the pines. His father had taken him often to the island of those seas. He has taken to the island, and never had failed to say that the little brave boy at his side. So he has always praised this boy. Okay. Yes, students, see the nature of father, how the father is, what is he doing in the being a father, what his role he's playing, what he's doing. He's just praising, he's giving him positive vibes to him. What is the positive vibe here? He's trying to guide him, he's trying to show him the positive path. What is the positive path here? He's saying that his father had taken him often to the island of those seas, and never had he failed to say the little brave boy at his side. He just braved it as a little brave boy. Those islands yonder, they are the stepping stones to the future for Japan. They were the beginning. They are the initiation for the stepping stones for Japan. This is a beginning session, what we can say. Here the Japan starts, here the Japan is getting connected. So this was the highlighted, this was the idea shared by whom? By the Sadao's father, connecting him, and he shared about the Japan when he was a early stage of his life, being a small boy. So where shall we step from them? Sadao had asked seriously. See, when someone is talking you, see, after +2 you'll do this, you'll get this one. So after that, what I'll get? Suppose after doing science, you're not good in science, you can get into the commerce +3 or arts, humanities. So someone is giving you counseling, someone is guiding you. So what I'll do after going for humanities, or what I'll do going into the commerce? You raise the question. Similarly, being a boy, small boy, kids like you or younger one, means early stages of kids, okay, small kids. So they are very inquisitive in nature. They do like to question, they ask questions. So here the question was serious note, as father was serious man. Son also asked seriously. And the answer is, who knows? His father had answer. Who can limit our future? Who can limit us? That fact. You might have heard the sky is the limit. Okay, there is no limit for our work. Okay, who can limit our future? The future of ours is not limited. You can explore in any level, anywhere you can go. Tomorrow you can be a prime minister, or you can be a anything more. If something more is there, then you can be anything. There is no limitation. It depends on what we make it, what we do it, that we are going to bring the change that depend upon us. Okay, students. So what the father saying, father does not say this is the answer. He's giving you the scope. He's showing the path to the sun. It's in your hand what you're leading, what you're connecting to, means to the nation. That depend upon you. Sada had taken this into his mind. So see, that some words of teachers, some words of parents, some words of father, mother, or we can say uncle, and anyone, it may be any parents, it may be anyone from the family, or friends, or brother, sister, anyone. Okay, sometimes some words remain in our brain, in our heart. It's like a pinching when you do wrong. Those words of father, those words of brother, those words of sister, anyone it may be, it comes to your mind. Even it may be from the teacher, what they've said to you. Sometimes when you do something wrong, those words come to your mind. Here the same that happens here. Sada had taken this into his mind as he did everything his father said. As his father said, he did it everything. But his father, just mark it down, one nature of his father. His father who never joked or played with him, but who spent infinite pains upon him who was his only son. Okay, the nature of father, how the father is. Okay, he never joked. He never joked. You may have your parents, father, mother, brother, sister, whoever it may be, elder to you. You sometimes joke with them and they will joke with you as you are the son or daughter. So here the father is a serious man. That's why I've already used the term serious. Okay, his father who never joked or played with him, but who spent infinite pains upon him who was his only son. He took all kind of pain for his development, for his growth, to become a proper man. Okay, he did everything. Sada knew that his education was his father's chief concern. Important point for his father. That what is important for his father? See, its main concern, main point, that is Sadao's education. Okay, Sadao's education. For this reason, he had been sent at 22 to America to learn all that could be learned of surgery and medicine. At which age he was sent to? It was 22 students. What is that? You remember, he was sent to America at the age of 22. He went for higher studies. Okay, to learn what? Surgery and medicine. To learn surgery and medicine. So being a doctor, he went to America to learn the process of surgery and medicine. He had come back at 30. So he went to at what age? 22. Okay, and he returned at what age? 30. So how many years he spent there? 8 years. Remember down, if you have textbook, write it down, mark it down. It will be easy when you look into the text. Text is only best way to for the preparation for examination. No reference book. Reference book, shortcut way for appearing the exam. Shortcut way, not a better or getting a better marks. Shortcut way. So when you choose shortcut way, shortcut marks. Okay, so be thorough with the text always, students. So he had come back at 30, and before his father died, he had seen Sadao become famous not only as a surgeon but as a scientist. See, when he retired at the age of 30, father was there. Sadao's father was survived. He was able to see son success. What the labor he has done, he is able to see the success of his son. So son has become what? A surgeon, not only famous surgeon, but as a scientist, he has proved that what father was expecting, he has proved the father's expectation. He kept those words of fathers. Okay, because he was perfecting a discovery. What was he doing? He was doing some discovery. He was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. He was working on that in that time, how the wounds, after wounds, there's a remark remains on our body. So how that remark will be totally clear from the body, that was his concern, or that was his research work, he was doing it. Okay, clear? Because he was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. He had not been sent abroad with the troops. So I'm just underlining, mark it again in a textbook. Why he was not sent abroad with the troops? Because he was perfecting a discovery. Mark it down. Why he was not? A short question I'm talking. Whatever line I'll be underlining, it will be framing some kind of important point, some kind of relating to character, some kind of short questions. It will be coming. So just underline here. Why was he not sent? Because he was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. He had not been sent abroad with the troops. The troops went abroad to do, and doctors, they also go in troops. So he was not sent abroad. This is the one of the reasons. Second, also he knew there was some slight danger. Also he knew there is a slight danger that the old general might need an operation. Okay, this is the second reason. Also, see, when do we write also? When there is some condition. Therefore, eventually, although we connect some other events to it, here also we are using like connectors as also. Also he knew, here is a connecting, he knew that there was some slight danger that the old general might need an operation for a condition for which he was now being treated medically. He was medically admitted, he was medically under treatment, and for this possibility, Sadao was being kept in Japan. This is the second reason why he was kept in Japan. Okay, first reason, what is that? First reason, that he was not sent with the truth. That is, he is perfecting what? The discovery of what? Getting the wound clean, entirely clean. And second, that the general's health condition, anytime he need an operation. I hope students till here you are able to understand whatever I have explained to you. If is there any doubt, you can immediately write it down. If there's no doubt, yeah, if you've understood, yes, write it down. Yes, why? Short form. I hope I'll understand that you have understood. Quickly answer me, and I can see that you are active, you are able to understand what I am explaining. Yes, students, quick response is needed. Yes, very good. Yes, Archit, he has done it. Very good. I need more quick response. Many students are here, so need more quick response. Yes. Whether you're able to understand or not, I need other quick response here. If you're active, you're listening to me, just answer whether you're listening or not. I must see whether you're active in the class. Yes, that's good. That's good. Arpan is done. Okay, so that's good. Students are answering. That shows you're active. If there's any doubt, write it down. I can explain you. The doubt will become clear in a short intervals. That's okay. If it will take after all the chapter is completed, you'll forget it out. You'll be in confusion. So whatever the doubt comes, immediately write it down the chat box. My explanation will get over. I'll come to you and I'll clear your doubt. Okay. So next paragraph. What is that? Clouds were rising from the ocean now. The clouds were rising from the ocean now. The unexpected warmth of the past few days had at night drawn heavy fog from the cold waves. Fog means near the ocean, near the sea, the fog was there, and due to haze from the cold waves, that's you can understand it's winter time, not during the summer. It won't come fog from the sea or ocean. So the fog from the cold waves. So the watched mist hide outlines of a little island near the shore and then come creeping up the beach below the house. So what happened? The clouds were rising from the ocean now. See, whenever you pay a visit to the sea, okay, what do you observe if you're standing in one shore? Suppose you might have visited the Puri beach. When you're there in the beach, or it may be any beach of India or out of India, if you're standing at the beach, what you do, you just in front of you, immediate in front of you, see that it's a long distance. Wherever your eyes is able to reach, you have power to see, you will be seeing that there the water is ending or is no end of water. Okay, but from the end where your eyes will be ending, is the look where means you can see that end, you can see that the clouds are coming from there. Okay, so it looks like the same way clouds are rising from the ocean, and it's evening scene. Means in the winter season, if you're traveling, you can see in the mountain, in the river valleys, in the jungle areas, fog will be there as like a cloud it might have covered. Okay, so similarly, he is able to see those fog is like a cloud. It is rising from the ocean now. From the ocean, it is getting in now. Okay, unexpected warmth of past few days had at night drawn heavy fog from the cold waves. So unexpectedly warm. The past few days had night drawn heavy fog, and unexpectedly in the few days back, the heavy fogs are coming up, and the cold waves, even the cold waves are moving. The Sada watched mist hide outlines of a little island near the shore. So near the shore, he is able to see the small islands near the shore, and then come creeping up the beach below the house. He is coming near to the house, reaching around the pines. In a few minutes, fog would be wrapped about the house. So that fog rised from the ocean, and he's seeing that the fog is going, and in a few minutes it will cover the house. Then he would go into the room where Hannah. Okay, so he's outside the room, he's outside the house, sitting near the beach, observing the peace, recalling the good days, recalling his time, happy moments, and he's watching. Now he's thinking that after that, I'll go where? I'll go where? Near his wife. The wife name is Hannah. Not Hannah Montana. You might be watching the cartoon here. The name is only Hannah. If you will forget the name, you connect to the Montana and delete the Montana. Only Hannah title will give it. Okay. Hannah Hockey. Okay. So the Hockey, you can have the Hockey title to the Hannah also. Then he would go into the room where Hannah, his wife, would be waiting for him with the two children. So they have the two babies, two kids, and she'll be waiting with the two kids. So she is thinking that when I'll go home, so when you are in school or college, wherever you go outside, when you have a plan, today when I'll go home, I'll have this, I'll do this. So there's a plan coming up in his mind. Okay, wife will be waiting for me with the two children. So this was the idea coming when he's outside the home, watching, recalling. These are the things going on in his mind, and how the scene he's able to observe. Okay, students, come to the next paragraph. But this moment, the door opened and she looked out. A dark blue woolen haroi over the kimono. Okay, blue woolen haroi over her kimono, the wrapped, okay, as nighty or gown, we can say, like we wear in our the ladies, they wear in their home like a night suit. Okay, similar way, there's a woolen haroi over kimono, means as a shawl we wear it over our dress, or we take a jacket over our shirt and all. Similarly, it's a woolen haroi Over her kimono dress is there, and over the dress she is wrapped with the haroi. Okay, it's a Japanese kind of a dress. She came to him affectionately and put her arm through his as he stood, smiled, and said nothing. Okay, husband and wife, their love is different. Father and mother, okay, they pay their love toward the son and daughter, it's different. Okay, similarly here, when he entered, she came with affectionately, with a love, with affection hands, put her arm through his as he stood. Immediately she hold him, okay, from the top. Smiled and said nothing. He just smiled and he did not reply anything. He had made Hannah, see, he's in his own world of thoughts. Here we can say he is acting as a narrator. Who? Dr. Sadao. Here in this part till now, I'm not saying the full chapter. Full chapter I'm not saying. Here, when he's thinking and the narration is going on. He had made Hannah in America. Now he's thinking. It was happening. He entered into the house and now the thinking process started. But he had waited to fall in love with her until he was sure she was Japanese. Okay, mark it down, underline it, that line here. He had made Hannah in America, okay, and with her until he was sure she was Japanese. Okay, like Jabu met, they met somewhere, meeting in America, marriage in Japan. Okay, it's a historic marriage, we can say, meeting in America and marriage in Japan. Until unless, you see the attitude of this man, clever man, understood, realized, then got married. Understood, realized is not a fancy thing like a small kids, the teenagers, they do it like a fancy. Okay, so he understood, a mature man, mature girl, they're thinking, and in the same way they did it. Finally, they came to an end destination. Okay, with the tying the knot. His father would never have received her unless she had been pure in her race. Mark it down. The father, what I said in the introduction of the chapter, father is a pure, hardcore Japanese. So here, father, if she is not a Japanese girl, father would not have accepted. So man staying, coming in love, understanding the rituals, system of family, and keeping in the family bonding, he is doing the coming into those scenes. Not like teenagers, what they commit lots of mistake, and after mistake they have no clue in it. Okay, so this man is able to understand, and he wondered often whom he would have married if he had not met Hannah. See, sometimes students, this kind of questions comes in our mind. If I would not be with the science students subject, what I would have read it, what I would have done it. So many questions comes in our mind. If I would be in this house, so what I would be where? If I would be in Ambani's house, how my life would be. So when we start thinking in a very in a different way, okay, the thinking comes. Similar, this man was in a way thought. Okay, he was thoughtful and he was thinking everything, recalling the past and thinking how the life would be without Hannah. Okay, so love for the Hannah is showing here. How much he shows his love towards Hannah, and if Hannah won't be there, how would be my love, my life? Okay, he wondered. He's thinking whom he would have married if he had not met Hannah, and by what luck he had found in the most casual way, in a very most casual way he met Hannah. By chance, literally at an American professor's house. Where did they meet? They meet in the American professor's house. The professor and his wife. Where they met in an American professor's house. The professor and his wife had been kind people, anxious to do something for their few foreign students. They were anxious to do something for their few foreign students. Mark it down. For their few foreign students, not all the foreign students. For few foreign students, they were in favor of. And the students, though bored, had accepted this kindness. The students were also bored, and they were also accepted this kindness and what their teacher, American professor, was doing it. Sada had often told Hannah how nearly he had gone to Professor Harley's house that night. Okay, that morning when I visited to my friend's house, that night when he paid the visit to the Professor Harley's house. Okay, so how was his visit? What had happened? We'll know right now. The room were so small. The room were very small. The food so bad, did not taste good. The professor's wife so voluble. Okay, you might have seen the ladies having the sounds very different, and they're very, the talkative, always talkative, always will be speaking. The sounds will be pinching to our ears. This kind of lady was professor's wife, always talking, and even the words are pinching to our eyes. I mean, some voice are there. Ladies, they do have that kind of voice. Pinching. They'll sound for long distance. It will be like clearly, it will be audible like without a mic. Means mic is not required. So similarly, her character has been specified here as so voluble. Okay, but he had gone, and there he had found Hannah. Whom did he meet? That is Hannah. Okay, a student, and had felt he would love her if it were at all possible. If at all possible, first meet, he made up its mind, I will make up, I will come in tune, I will fix up. The idea is coming to see the Hannah. Exactly this idea is coming in the mind of whom? Dr. Sadao, when he made in the American professor's house. Professor, what? Charlie or Harley? Huh? What's the professor's name? Harley's. Okay, in the Professor Harley's house. The wife character, how is she? Voluble, talkative lady who talks regularly. Okay, but he had gone, and there he had found Hannah. There he had made Hannah, a new student, and she was a new student in professors. Had felt he would love her if it were at all possible. He would love her, but it were all possible. Means all possible means he has a criteria. In the criteria, everything is suitable. Then I will definitely love her. Means attraction is there and condition is there. Then it will go into the process of love. Getting it? So this was a thought that was coming in the mind of Dr. Sadao when he first made a meeting of with Hannah. Got it clear? What we saw, first love, first meet love. How it is possible? This is just attraction. First meet, never, nothing happens. Just attraction. When the things develop, something might develop in the heart and brain. Okay. So here the same thing happened with the Dr. Sadao. So the students, so this is what we have discussed today. And this is the first, I can say this is the first class and page number 25. First paragraph till here we have done it. Now he felt her hand on his arm, and how did the entry, means he entered into the house, and what was the thing going on in his mind, and how they did how he met with Hannah. These are the informations we are able to know. Next class with recapitulation and details we will proceed. Okay, next class I'll take it on Monday. I'll be coming live with you again on Monday. Okay, so next class on Monday, same time, 7:45. Okay, so before coming to an end, sir, can I have your phone number, because I have doubt in deep water. Yeah, my number is there in the group. I have shared the group. Archit, my number is there active in the group. You can take it and you can connect to me. Okay. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can write it down any minute to me. And just if you're new user, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press like button, and just be active. Connect with me. And next class from here we'll continue. Now he felt. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Where is Yakima? Yeah, we'll be discussing.